It feels like I'm becoming better, but actually becoming less grounded. That's what hypomania feels like for me. In my long journey with bipolar disorder, I have experienced hypomania many times. Before I understood it well, I used to think it was a good phase. I felt confident, full of energy. People would tell me I was sharp and charismatic. I would get so many things done, and I had so many ideas, but over time, I started to see that it comes with very, very real and sometimes serious consequences. And a lot of them are due to my unusual behavior during hypomania. So in this video, I want to talk about that kind of hypomania confidence and the downside of it. What I'm describing here applies to both hypomania and mania, but I mostly speak from my experiences with hypomania. During hypomania, I feel fantastic about myself. I feel capable of many things. I can handle more tasks than usual. I become more creative. And it feels like my personal charms are amplifying. This is the obvious part of my hypomania. It can feel like I am becoming a very attractive person. I've heard that this is quite common. It's quite common that during hypomania, people become more outgoing, more extroverted, and more funny, more witty. It feels like I'm exuding confidence from inside, because I genuinely feel good about myself. And it seems like that can impress other people. They can actually feel it. And I feel really good about it. As if other people are validating my charms. And because of that, it doesn't feel like anything is going wrong. Everything is great. But there is something wrong going on, because I am not grounded and things are going too far. I'm becoming a little too happy, a little too elated about myself. I'm not expressing myself clearly because I speak very fast, and what I say isn't well structured. I'm very disorganized. I might act without thinking because of racing thoughts and too much energy. And it can start to look odd to other people. I become restless, fidgety. The worse it gets, the more obvious it becomes to the people around me. It's honestly embarrassing to look back at my hypomanic episodes, because it led to people noticing my strange behavior and how restless I looked, because it reminds me of how unusual I behaved. I feel like I lost control, both physically and mentally. It's like I lost my anchor and my thoughts were everywhere. And because I felt so confident, I was uninhibited. I've noticed that after a big high, there is always a big low. After that happy, elevated time, I start to fall. Slowly, I slide downward until the depression catches up with me. And then I start to regret everything I said and did. During hypomania, I don't really act like myself. Looking back, it feels like it was someone else, someone very outgoing, who said too many things, and sometimes stupid things that shouldn't have been said. I feel embarrassed, like I made a fool of myself. And because of the irritability combined with that excess energy, I sometimes reacted strongly to harmless comments. And all of this leads me into a deep depression. The higher the mood was, the deeper the low can feel. And in the worst times, it took me months to recover. What I've learned is that feeling of being on top of the world is real, and it can be very seductive, that sense of confidence and energy. Other people can see it too. But with all the consequences that come afterward, I don't think it's worth it. Now I've learned that what truly gives me confidence is something different. It's staying stable, being able to regulate my mood, and building healthy relationships with people around me by being my authentic self, not the version of me that comes out during hypomania, not the energetic, charismatic me. It's less intense, but it's real. This quieter kind of happiness, the kind that comes from being balanced, is much more valuable to me. This is what stability means to me. If you've experienced something similar, I hope this gave you a different perspective on what that high really is. This was Sayaka. Thank you very much for listening.